political analyst John Dadian joins us now to kind of talk about some topics that were addressed in that story. John, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being
John.
here.
Certainly.
Something that happened last night, Kaine and Gingrich obviously faced off in a very different style debate, I guess you could say, in the year 2011. What did you make of what happened last night? Very old school is what some people are saying.
Well, and they both did well, but especially Gingrich, because think about his background. The guy's a history professor. He was in his element. He's not comfortable in these normal debates where you get 30 seconds. When he can expand and talk and pontificate, he really comes across well, and the audience really responded to that.
Okay, Herman Cain, obviously the allegations that have been brought forward about a possible sexual harassment case, I should say. What do you make of the way Cain is handling this? And, you know, a lot of people saying that on the other side that this woman should fully come forward, reveal her name, do all of this. What do you make of what's happening right now and the way Cain is responding?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as how he's handling it, with 10 being great, 1 being terrible, he's handling it a -10, as worse as you possibly can.
Why is that?
Well, the first thing he said was he couldn't remember. Believe me, if you've been charged an allegation of sexual harassment, now there's more than one case, so clearly that doesn't pass what I call the smell test. And then they're doing all this damage control. And he's doing the oldest rule in the book, and that is he's trying to blame the media. And he's saying the media need to take ethics courses. I'm usually very critical of media. What I've observed is they've asked him honest questions. He just doesn't want to address it. On the victim, I don't blame her at all, because try to put yourself in her shoes. This was years ago, about a decade ago. She's married now. She's got a pastor. Why would she want to get involved again just because he wants to get on the national stage?
One thing we just saw in that story was, you know, Perry coming out and saying that he's not going to let the polls kind of, you know, change what he's doing. How do you feel about that?
Well, there's 3 points to remember on polls. The first one that you've heard me say many, many times is a poll is nothing more than a snapshot in time, okay? The second point is people keep forgetting. You saw it was very bunched up within just a couple points. Well, there's a margin of error. So even though one person looks on top, it's really, we're not sure who's on top. And the other thing, which is really my pet peeve, they're talking about a national poll where they ask people around the country. Well, that's not how we elect our president. It's elected per state. And so the strategy when you're in a presidential campaign is you pick the states that you need to win to add up those electoral votes, not necessarily win the popular vote. That's our system.
How about the local race? We're talking about the mayor's race, of course, and Donna Fry expected to come out in her support of Bob Filner, of course, Democrat. What do you think that's going to do for the race? You might have thought that Donna Fry might get into the race.
Oh, a year ago, I absolutely predicted it on this station.
Right.
And a couple months ago, I stopped that because I got it from a highly placed source with Donna Fry that she was not, and that, of course, she would. And it looks like Bob Filner is going to be the only main Democrat in the race. So what that really does, again, Bob Filner's already got the Democrat niche of the race, so that doesn't really help him tremendously. Where it does help him is a lot of Fry supporters who were waiting. That helps with that. And the truth is, as you've reported several times, there's many Democrats who are not supporting Bob Filner. He does not have a lot of those votes. So that clearly helps him on that this is the first big-name Democrat. And a lot of people forget she does have a following.
Yeah, there could be an independent vote out there that now will go the other way.
There's absolutely a large undecided vote out there, without a doubt.
Yeah, okay.
All right, something we will revisit, I'm sure, in the coming months. John Dadian, thank you so much for
stopping by.
Very
good to see you.
I
like your Charger colors.
There you go. It's Sunday.
Chargers. All right, for more
Thanks,
information, go to our website, Sandiego6.com. Click on Hot Topics.